how filthy that is?
What we do here is go back.
M1, nice. I'm going to wash my car because it's filthy. And I've been concentrating on the Commodore too much. So it's time for this thing to get a bath. And I could wash it at home, sure. We have a gurney, I have all the stuff. But part of me still thinks, and this is stupid, that we're still under, you know, the water restrictions. So I go to one of these places to do it, even though it costs me money. That's pretty stupid, isn't it? Alrighty, all clean now. Normally I would chamois my car, but there was a bit of a queue and no point trying to chamois it in the sun. So I'll just go for a drive and it can air dry, like Cuba Gooding Jr. and Jerry Maguire.
Towel? No, I air dry.
You won't be able to read it from here, but in the top right hand corner of that Magna's back window, you'll see a diamond shaped stick-on novelty sign. And normally those ones are baby on board, which are pointless, or some such thing. No, that one plumbs new depths. That one says shopaholic on board. Oh dear. I just got onto the freeway and slotted right between two cars. I don't know if they're friends, but both are on club permits. The Falcon in front of me, very, very clean. Huge rear rubber, but sounds like a 6 despite its twin exhaust. So I'm wondering if it's got a, yeah, it definitely sounds like a 6. I'm wondering if it has got a turbo engine in it, possibly from the same era as my car, maybe an older one. And the one behind me, he's a couple of cars back now. I'll have to go out, well, maybe he'll pass me. It's an LC Tirana GTR and it is stunning. That's all I could muster when I went past. He had his windows down with his kids in the car. I just looked at him and said, mate, that is awesome. It is a beautiful car. I know he's turning off here because so's the guy in the Falcon. I'll see if I can get a quick shot of him. Look at that.
Look at that.
Bloody beautiful. Good morning, everyone. Here's the Commodore again. What I'm doing today is, I should say it's Monday now. What I'm doing now is I'm going to go and see my mate Miles just to double check what tyres need replacing for roadworthy. I know the fronts are going to be buggered because they're feathered on the outside, but I'm just not sure. These Bridgestone RE92s, they don't look too bad, but I want to get a professional opinion on it before I spend money on it. So here we go. One of the many things that impressed me about this car when I first drove it is sitting on 100 kilometers an hour. There's no wheel shake, it doesn't pull to the left or the right. I think that's excellent, and always, for me, always bodes well. You're less likely to have to do steering arm bushes and things like that if it's tracking true. Again, I'm no professional, but it's always a nice indicator. The brakes, however, they're going to have to be done, rotors and pads, because they shut up something fierce and it's awful when you hit the brakes. I'll show you when I go to slow down. Windscreen wipers, blades, for the sake of a few bucks, always get them done, because nothing worse than getting in a car and say you buy it during the summer, it doesn't rain for a few days, and you turn on, you're gonna get bloody wiper blades. It's a pet hate of mine if there's streaking on the wipers. Have a look. So yeah, it's just a little bit, and it's right in my line of sight. They go okay after a couple of wipes, and they're shot, no good. The other thing at the moment, which isn't functional, is the radio. Because the handbook has been lost, we don't know what the security code is. The radio works because if you've got a VT, VX Commodore, you can punch in 1111 and the radio will work for 5 minutes. So I know it works because I've done it. But the good news is you can usually go to any Holden dealership. They can look up your VIN and they can get you the security code. And if they're good people, they'll do it for nothing. If not, they'll try and charge you. But there is another tip. Hang on, I've got to slow down. Let's see if the steering wheel shakes. Oh, no. See, the brakes aren't warm enough yet. When they get warm, Nelly. So the other good news about this is if you have an original stereo in the original car with the original engine module, any auto elect, if it's a VT, should be able to plug in their scan tool and they'll find it in the security options. The pin should be in there, so you'll be sorted. I just got to bow repairs to see Miles, and I didn't call him or anything to tell him that I was coming or see if it was busy. And as you can see, there's a truck dropping off tyres, so they are a little bit busy right now, but I'll just sit and wait. The other thing that will need to be replaced in here, well, not replaced, is the aircon gas needs to be done. So I started doing a little bit of research as to what it's going to cost, and it can be very expensive, but I found a Groupon coupon, which does it really cheap. And it's a little drive from my house, but I figure if you're saving a hell of a lot of money, it's worth it to go and get it done. So I'm going to inspect that a bit more and just check it for the fine print, you know, because I don't want to be stuck paying for something that's useless. So I'll keep you in the loop with that, because if it turns out to be legit, then I will post the links and stuff so you can take advantage of that as well. I think our summer's going to hang around for a bit, so if your aircon is just on the way out, like this one is, it still works, but it's just not as icy as I'd like. Nothing better than getting in a car and checking it, it's super icy. All right, so Miles has inspected the rear tyres and said no, even though they look good, they are obviously a little old and they're cracked. So it's 4 new tyres that are going to be needed for this. Right now I'm on my way to Waverley Service Centre to talk to Kylie there and see when I can book the car in to be inspected. And that way we'll have a definite to-do list for the car. And hopefully it won't be anything too savage. Alrighty, so I just went and saw the good people at Waverley Service Centre. Friday morning, the car is booked in to be checked out, and they suggested that rather than me going spending money now, wait until they actually check it out, because no point spending money where you don't have to. That being said, I know the windscreen needs to be done, I know the tyres need to be done, so that's 2 things I'll get done this week. But right now, I'm going to get Subway. The guy with the tyres that I was looking at is going to ring me back in half an hour to let me know if they are still available. He said sometimes when they're advertised and they sell, people don't take them offline. He said the communication where they work isn't always the best. So waiting on that phone call, and if he doesn't have them anymore, well, I'm almost home anyway, so I'm going to start looking at other places. Time is of the essence, people. No time for dilly-dallying. This must be done, and done soon.